Hey guys, and welcome back to playing Tangle Tower with me. Now, let's check out the room with the piano. Music room. Ah, that's Poppy. I love the hair.
Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like them. It's like a little parade of floating spirits.
I agree, they're very beautiful. Wait, what's this?
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
A horn statue. It's cracked, much like the gramophone. A shiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There is a noticeable crack running along the length of the statue's horn. Inside the horn, and on the ground below, are various shards of cracked glass. It looks like it could have been a wine glass.
Who
Instruments.
plays the violin, I wonder?
It's pretty dusty, so I'm guessing nobody.
Cello?
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
So I'm guessing nobody.
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor. It's one of those big pianos with the open lids.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
Ah. For a moment I was thinking maybe this will give me a clue on how the sons are supposed to be arranged, but this only has 3 lines. That one has 4.
1 old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 lit candles.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
It's a fire hazard.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
Well, let's have a look at you.
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah.
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
What's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice. I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... Things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
That's understandable.
3.5 hours of piano practice, soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
Maybe you guys are just not much of talkers.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. What do you know about Freya?
Hard of head, but free of mind. Unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond. Behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be.
I wonder if she'll tell us poetry about everyone. Now I want to check.
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kinda cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
Okay, what about Fifi?
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze.
Silver spoon, huh? So she's an heiress, I'm guessing.
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling. Stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
I see.
Foregone drifter, holding fast, days as shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender, accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom some four walls make round a room?
I guess he must feel somewhat trapped. So what do you say about Fitz?
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
That was quite beautiful, I think. Well, we were told that this might be yours.
This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody?
Okay. So, somebody gave Freya a very, very pink tape. Well, what do you know about the harp statue?
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangle Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Yeah,
Well, that's
weird.
true.
It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes.
What about this horn statue?
Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano.
She doesn't seem to like it a whole lot when somebody else touches the piano.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable.
Now that I look at the picture, there was some pink in the clothing of the other person, wasn't there?
Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you.
What do you know about this one?
Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh, never seen him use it.
Okay, so maybe it's not from her. The only other person around here with PP who's around Fitz's age, I think, is Penelope? Maybe they have a thing?
Is that Fifi's diary? I'm sure
No.
I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Not sure.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
I guess you just don't want to go through all that, huh?
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Let's check it out a little bit later. I want to... Actually, you know what? Let's go. Mine changed. Poppy's room.
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
Drawers are
Empty.
open. That's weird.
A lamp. It is most definitely turned off.
I like the style of this room.
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there are so many shades of black.
That is the bed of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back.
I like this.
That...
I thought vampires slept
This
in
is a
coffins.
vampire who needs firm support.
Red rose.
A single red rose. How very traditional.
It was also in the picture.
Yeah, weird.
What is this?
It's a metronome for keeping time.
Is it though?
It's ticking.
That it is.
Is it a bomb?
No, Grimoire.
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
Use the buttons to rotate all 4 metronome dials up to the hoop at the top. Okay. Ah. There it is.
There we go.
Perfect. What happened?
A little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph.
Ooh.
Part of a photograph.
The missing part, perhaps. The ripped photo. The ripped photo shows a young girl with blonde hair and pink clothes. The girl in the photo is using a bright pink cassette player with matching headphones. The rest of the photo shows Fifi and Freya. It was hidden in Freya's room. It definitely looks like Poppy in the face, though. Maybe she's ashamed of her previous style?
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
I want to finish looking at these.
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright. Sheet music, presumably for piano.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
Three of the same note, then we go down, we go up again, and then down. Sheet music. The sheet music has been framed and it's decorated with delicate old-fashioned illustrations. A rose. Could it have something to do with the mother's name Primrose? I actually don't know what the plant itself looks like.
It's an octopus.
No, it's not.
It doesn't seem to have 6 legs.
It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing.
I just noticed how occultistic this is. Wait, it also has this kind of eye shape.
Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
It's an eye.
I really do not like random eyeballs. What is this?
Gloomy.
But roomy. A big glass door
Block.
leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
Ah. I think I get it. It started from left, so this is the shape. Right. 2 go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Something happened.
That must be it.
Okay.
And the door's still locked.
I guess we need to put them both into the right position.
I still feel like we made some sort of progress. Anything in the drawer?
Nothing you need to know about.
Good point, Sally. Good point. Let's go talk to Poppy. Suspicion. Oh, first suspicion.
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
Piano
It's
music.
piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
I bet she used to like these colors. That girl in the picture must have been Poppy.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Okay. Okay, the pink cassette tape matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Okay. I guess we're combining the pictures.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore, I'm guessing.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
Well, she doesn't seem to volunteer a whole lot of information, but oh hey, a curtain.
Alright, you got your wish.
Spooky murder mansion?
Spooky murder mansion. Alright.
Spooky murder mansion?
Spooky murder mansion.
Oh, a globe.
It's a globe.
For globing.
Right. Well, we got her detail, I guess. Oh. Primrose Pointer's mother. Close friend, close friend. That's actually quite cool. I chose their path and everything. Do we have anything else that is bright pink? No. We could show her the sheet music at least.
Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about
it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me, if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Can you play the tune for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Alright. Well, thank you for your contribution. Now I want to talk to Fifi about this diary that we found. Besides, we have met a whole lot of new people as well.
A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
Really? Okay. Can you tell us anything about this?
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why.
Tell me about Hawkshaw.
Name, Hawkshaw. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name, Fitzfellow. Age, 24. Profession, crypto-botanist. Likes, soil. Dislikes, electric lights.
Hang on. Crypto-botanist? I thought he was just a gardener.
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
A knife. Okay. But no Pointer is dead, though. He must have made great efforts not to be noticed considering his size.
Name, Poppy Pointer. Age, 19. Profession, oh. Apparently Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had of course originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, what else we have?
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh yes, it has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away.
So Hawkshaw lied to us. If it's a telescope, it couldn't even be used. Unless she used the telescope to pry into the greenhouse from afar? I don't know.
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is?
She called it a blade. Did you confuse it for a knife?
The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends.
On what?
On the structural integrity of your teeth.
So, could you just swallow it and still get nutrition out of it?
Why did Poppy leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
Okay, seems like Poppy has managed to have people agree to keep this a
There's
secret.
something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Okay.
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So, there are secrets written in here?
and... This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
Could be somebody else's. It doesn't look like it's Fifi's.
It's somebody else's diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
Wait a second. There it is.
Let's take a closer look at this.
But it didn't have a lock back then. I guess you could say it's somewhat similar to, but let's just go ahead and claim that it's the same thing.
This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Why would I do either of these things?
Well, Poppy did say that she is very loyal to Freya. Maybe she was hiding secrets afterwards. Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something...
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
Might be
Innocence.
easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
Alright, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
What indeed? Secret diary. It's back, in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. Soulbearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5, eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. I wonder... That painting. I guess it could be a reference to this painting. Is it a reference to Hawkshaw, or are they just so similar? I thought that this was based off of her, not the other way around. Is she having visions or something? What's Soulbearer? Need 2 more. Then something about the harp. Way into the middle. A promise to keep.
The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are?
It could have something to do with sounds. Like the sheet music. Let's see real quick. A bell, a mouth, a piano, and a bird. There was a melody at the beginning. There's something along the lines of... So I'll look real quick.
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater?
The birds seem
They're
to...
even singing. Toot, 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 toot.
That's right.
Please don't do that.
Maybe we'll come back to that. Do I have anything else that I could show to somebody before we continue? think not.
It's a
Oops,
guard, I think. Ready when you are.
Like this. Well then. Still want to talk to Felix. Can you tell me about Fitz?
Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman. Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant because we both wear, red capes.
Oh, you do,
of
don't
a
you?
sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine. Supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item. Something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it.
Golden Beetle, he says. Freya was interested in insects.
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter. Always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different, like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Hawkshaw is working for somebody. That much was brought to our attention.
Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise.
Do you know about anything at all?
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
Looks a little bit like the swamp monster that was in the first game. At least a little bit. But if there are indicators of whatever the creature is around here, where the Remington family was tied to, maybe this is Remington family property originally. That's at least what I think. Maybe we can get Flora to talk to us with something now. Okay,
Is
gramophone?
this your gramophone?
Do you know why it's cracked?
Okay, not that. Perhaps this? This? No. I suppose that would have been too good to be true. A letter? No. Okay. Well, she is no more talkative than she was before. You. Tell me about Fitz and Poppy.
I'll say this. He's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse. But I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers. In secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
I don't know, he seemed quite intelligent to me.
Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
Well, not a lot told us there. What about Fitz? we show him the picture of Poppy, I wonder what he says.
Any idea who this is?
No idea.
Right.
Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning. She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course.
That seems a little bit unnecessary embarrassment for him.
Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
It seems like people are quite suspicious. I mean, sure, they could be friends. There could be more, but...
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
Okay, he's not very cooperative on this, is he? Well then. Guess this is a good place to end for today. We will be continuing next week, and then we will be entering the last rooms up here and here. Perhaps we'll also gain access to this room. Not entirely sure what that could be, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you next week. Bye!